What up, everybody? This is Dario Hunt, and we are back with Volume 4 of Musicphiles. With me, as always, my co-host, Mr. Darius Walker. Say what up.
What's up, everybody? It's artist Darius Walker. Welcome back. We appreciate you for coming.
So today is November 8th, and this is a very important day in America. For those who don't know,
2016, November 8th, yeah.
This is the election day. We will find out in a few hours which, I'll say the lesser of the two bad choices will become president.
Indeed. The American people are deciding today who will lead for the next 4 years, at least.
Yeah. Did you vote?
I voted.
You voted. You voted today or you voted earlier?
I voted earlier. I had to vote earlier because I'm not a registered voter in New York, so I did.
Yeah, you had to do your mail-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I do it online, and I just hope, I just hope this shit works out.
It looked like a joke. Like, honestly, when I seen Trump's name on it, I laughed low key, like out loud. I literally seen his name. Was like, what?
Very, very frustrating times right now. I just did a post actually about South Park and how they've been covering about all these issues going on in America. You guys should definitely check that out. But other than that, with elections, I want to talk a little bit about it because all these musicians, especially rappers, are getting involved right now. I don't know if you saw that.
Right. Oh yeah, a lot of rappers. T.I., T.I.
did a whole mixtape. Common is doing a lot.
He's coming out with a project.
As we speak, I just read that YG is out in LA handing out fuck Donald Trump donuts or cupcakes, something like that.
Yo, YG is the man. For those of you who don't know who YG is, you need to check out YG and look up. Okay, there's two of them. Fuck Donald Trump 1 and Fuck Donald Trump 2. The second one has Macklemore and Ryan Lewis on it. Two white boy rappers that are like blowing up. Okay, the first one's dope too. Check out YG. Fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, ever since he probably had the most politically charged gangster rap album of the year, past 5 years with Still Brazy. I was surprised.
Yeah, I didn't know he was coming with that.
Yeah,
I was
didn't
shocked.
think he cared that much, but he does apparently.
He
and
does.
He's out there handing fuck Donald Trump donuts to people.
I mean,
So
Cali.
go vote.
That's good because California has the most votes out of all the states.
And
They
then,
have the most.
And then who else? Chance did a little concert, and then he
Chance
led
the
like
rapper.
hundreds. They're saying hundreds up to thousands of people to the voting booths.
Yeah,
after
he
his
did this
concert.
thing called Parade to the Polls. With,
Yeah.
he has a company. It's like a nonprofit organization called I forgot what it's called, but he has an organization that helped like put that together. But I thought that was really tight too, trying to get all these people out, like march with him to go to the polls and vote.
Well, from what I heard about him, I think it was either him or Vic Mensa. I can't remember, but I think I think it was Chance. I think it was his dad was involved in politics at some sort of level, and I think like he was like part of the Obama camp when he was in Chicago.
Yeah, that was Chance.
Was that Chance?
Yeah, that was Chance. Yeah,
Okay.
I remember him talking about that in the interview.
Yeah, so it's not surprising he's involved in this one.
Right.
One thing's for sure, I'm gonna miss good old Barry.
Oh man, it's gonna be weird. Actually, he's been here so long.
Yeah, and he probably had one of the best mic drops when he came out to the song "You're Gonna Miss Me When I'm Gone."
Yeah.
Especially when all this shit was going on with Donald Trump and Hillary and shit. Like, it was just like the perfect song.
Right.
This is why he's probably the coolest president to
Yeah.
But we'll find out soon.
Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, it's really cool to see a lot of musicians getting involved in the political, climate, trying to like get people to educate themselves. It's important.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And we'll see if this carries on or if it's just this one,
I mean, there's a lot of people who think some of them are doing it just for the, promotion, the opportunistic time. If you can attach yourself to a major event, then your project sort of rides the wave.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
But speaking of voting, we did our own little voting last week too for the best of the month for October 2016. Yep. There was 3 categories. There was best album, there was best movie trailer, which we're not going to cover in this one because it's Musicphiles, and then there was best music videos.
Yeah.
And let me see who the nominees. I forget all the nominees, but for music videos, Solange, "Don't Touch My Hair," Macklemore, "Drug Dealer,"
yeah,
The Weeknd, "False Alarm," A$AP Rocky or A$AP Mob, "Money Man" / "Put That on My Set," the little short film they did.
Yeah.
And then some people wrote in, some other nominees themselves.
Definitely.
And for the best album, we had Bon Iver, 22 Million, Fantagram, 3, No Worries, which is Anderson .Paak and Knowledge, Yes Lord, and Solange, A Seat at the Table.
Yeah.
And we just announced the winners of that Monday. And for best album, not a surprise to me.
Best album of the month goes to
22 Million by Bon Iver.
Bon Iver. Cold-blooded. That honestly, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at the pick.
Technically, he came out in September, but our ruling is the last few days up to our discretion will get rolled over.
Yep.
This was my favorite album, so.
I feel you. I mean, dude gives you everything, really. Like, excellent vocals, the sampling he does, all the musical choices. It's like always good music to listen to. So I can never knock Bon Iver.
So obviously, we have a lot of say in what wins, but I took into account the ratings from the readers that they did for our reactions to the actual album, the votes, the number of votes, and then just my personal opinion, and I won by a pretty large margin.
I think some people might be salty about the Solange, though.
Solange was a close, I would say close second. But 22 Million it just stood out. For those that didn't see my reaction, you should go check that out over there on the site, livinglifefearless.com. I do a pretty in-depth reaction to it with a video reaction as well at the top of it. And basically what it came down to me was he's just one of those artists that transcends the trends and the overall landscape of the music that's going on at the moment. It just does his own thing and still just makes it work.
Right.
He's
it's gonna go down in history as like one of the greats, I think, in terms of new music.
I mean, he's been away for 5 years since his last album, which was Bon Iver, which was a Grammy winner, I think.
Which was
maybe
crazy.
3 Grammys. I want to say maybe
amazing.
3 Grammys. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3. Or did he win 2 nominated?
I know he got all types of nominations. I can't remember exactly how many he won.
Oh, okay.
And he might have got our album of the year like way back in the day.
Right.
If he didn't get it, I know he was up there because that was one of my favorite albums of that year for sure.
Oh yeah.
But he's a folk artist, right? And the second album was definitely folk, and then this one is a pretty big departure from his folk roots. Like he does a lot of experimentation with his vocals. Like he manipulates it and like makes it undulate and do all types of crazy things with his vocals.
Yeah.
And then he has all types of electronic sounds playing in the background too, mixed in with the folk guitar and all that. And then, and he actually uses sampling this time around. Like he uses some soulful sampling.
Yeah, he didn't have. It wasn't very sample heavy in the first project.
No, it was folk. Like it was definitely fell in line with his folk, roots.
Yeah. Well, I like the angle. Like he came to this project, he looked like a more complete artist. Like he had accepted the role, of like a major artist in a sense, but like in a way that he was still humble and like respected those roots. So he like kept it low key, but it was like, like really dope.
Yeah, it was a striking album to me, and it was definitely my favorite album of the month, maybe of the year so far.
I could see that.
Definitely, I think that he definitely has some influences from Kanye in there because he's been working with Kanye ever since Bon Iver came out.
Yeah,
on and off.
Right.
And how Kanye has always been known for using electronics to manipulate his vocals.
Right.
And he just so happens to come out with them this time. So
I mean, it's almost hard for anybody who like manipulates their voice to avoid influence from Kanye nowadays, because that's like all Kanye was. Like now, if you look at his development and like his sound, it's always like stuff that like is a sample of a voice or like instruments that sound like people. Like he messes with like the voice a lot.
Yeah,
more so than just like instruments. He thinks the voice is the most important instrument.
Yeah, he's definitely the GOAT at that at this moment. Like, so I definitely think he got influenced by yeah. But speaking of, was it Solange?
Yeah, Solange.
Solange up. I finally gave it my first real listen like only 2 weeks ago. Like
a seat at the table. You gave me a seat at the table.
And it grew. I mean, and it grew like.
I came into it skeptical. I was like, "Oh, Solange has an album." Like it was like, when's the last time you had a project? Like I don't know if this is credible or not, but like the artwork looked like very well, respectable and done, and I was like, all right, let's check out one of these singles. And then like "Don't Touch My Hair" was the first song I heard off the album.
I actually don't think I could name a single Solange song before this.
Nah, I'm right there with you. I remember she did a song with her sister, Beyonce, that was her song, but I don't remember what it was called or anything like that. I just remember that it happened.
She was definitely getting the with that treatment, like the girl who was always the younger sister in the Brady Bunch, who was always getting overlooked. She was definitely taking that role for me. She was not getting any love. Like I just would not check for any of her stuff.
No,
and like you, like it was "Don't Touch My Hair." It was the video that made me really want to check her out.
Speaking of Kanye, the video reminded me of Kanye too, like a little bit. Like "My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy," the piano scene.
I see a little bit.
A little bit of like, I was like, okay. But that's it. Like, I'm not gonna like be like, oh, Kanye, like, because I don't think Solange fucks with Kanye at all. Like,
probably not.
Like I think she probably has bad things to say. Like, it looks like she don't even like Hov. So, like Jay-Z.
But I mean, for me, like the video was like almost like Beyonce's Lemonade video.
Oh yeah.
like stylistically, like the color scheme, the messaging, like the themes, like it was very similar, but more of like an artistic approach to it than hers for sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know who influenced who, but I wouldn't be surprised if Solange influenced Beyonce and her album.
Right.
You know, because Beyonce normally doesn't go that route, but I didn't know anything about Solange, so
yeah,
it definitely seemed like the more artsy, like introspective artist than Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Who's more of a performer than anything.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she seems more like a Janelle Monáe of the family.
But it was a dope album. Don't get it was front to back for me.
Yeah, like that's what was amazing. That was what was so surprising for me. I thought maybe she'd have like a few good songs, but it was like a project that I could listen to front to back.
It was a fully realized project.
It was good. It was really
good. So yeah, I mean, it was close. It was a close.
And what
close
else came
second.
Out? Close second, yeah.
Oh, I just looked it up. Her last album, I think, was True in 2012. I couldn't say. I couldn't tell you.
4 years.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the name of a song. What else came out? A lot. Let's talk about Meek Mill, DC4.
So, Meek Mill, Dreamchasers.
Has he done enough to redeem himself?
Dreamchasers 4. Well, the highly anticipated for Meek fans, DC4.
He's been hyping this for over a year now.
Over a year. Before, I believe he was talking about this before there was ever a Drake Meek Mill beef.
This was like right around that same time he announced it.
Yeah. So, it's here, ladies and gentlemen. Have you heard it? Let us know in the comments. But yeah, so DC4 came out. I'm not going to lie. I was a little skeptical once again just because, you know, for me, Meek's not my style, but he definitely has some bars that I'm like, oh, okay. You know, like that don't keep me invested. Like, I'm like, all right, I'll still check for you, but I'm not sure. And, you know, he delivered some fire tracks. I'm not going to lie. There were some fire tracks. Everybody that's heard it, I'm sure will agree with me that Liddy Again is Liddy Again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably the most fire track on the whole project. Maybe top 2. You know, there's another one I'm trying to think of. I'll have to look it up real quick. But yeah, I mean, other than that though, it's regular Meek Mill to me. It's just like mixtape Meek, but in an album project. What do you think?
For me, the shit's fire.
100, like front to back.
There are a couple tracks that I could do without. There's not. I won't say there's any track that I could. I won't say there's any track that I just think is absolutely terrible and like, you know, would leave off my playlist. But there are definitely some songs that after you hear it like once or twice, I don't need to hear it again. You know. For me, it's like The Difference and Lights Out. I can do without, but
yeah, I can do without those.
But like songs like Blue Notes,
yeah,
he spit some very, very real bars on that song.
Yeah, he did.
Shine, he spit some very, very real bars on that song.
I like that song. That's a good feel-good song. I like that song. Shine.
Like he did exactly what he needed to do, man. He just came out with some hard-ass music and some songs that will definitely get played in the club.
Right.
And he always has a fire intro. On the regular is a fire intro.
He like, just starts off like,
well,
like, here
that
you
shit
go.
Gets you hyped immediately.
It's crazy. No, it's true. He does the intro. That's why I was like,
his intro was fire.
This is fire. Like when I started playing it though, I was mad that I was enjoying it so much. I was like, what? It's like
everybody wants to give him all these L's, but he did exactly what he needed to do, and he came out and he dropped some good ass fucking music and just let that shit speak for himself.
It's true, we did. And
the one thing he always puts in a fucking sick ass Lil Snoop verse.
Man, oh my god. Okay, I'm so glad you brought that up. That shit Snoop
always
verse
makes me so mad.
That was a run it back.
Like, I ran the first time I heard it. I ran that verse back probably like 4 or 5 times.
As soon as I heard it, I was like, ugh, and I forgot that was Lil Snoop, and I was like, wait, that was Lil Snoop. I was like, run it back right now. Not just because it's R.I.P., but because the bars were like disgusting. Like it was fire. Like when he came in on that, I was like, ugh. I wanted more. I wanted more Lil Snoop. I was like, what? That was so sad, but like such a great addition to the project.
Yeah, I think it's dope that he continued, to put shine on little homie. Yeah. It's definitely a case of what could have been, because his bars are always, you could just tell like he was it, bro. Like
he was ready, man. He was so ready.
Every time I hear Snoop on like spit a verse, I'm just like, yo, this dude was ready, man.
Right? He was he would have been slaying right now. Like it's kind of sad he's not in the game.
Very, very sad. So Liddy, like I said, so for me on the regular, Liddy, Shine, Blue Notes.
What about Froze?
Outro. Froze is okay.
It gets a little. For y'all that don't know, Froze is the one with his wifey,
Lil Uzi and wifey.
Lil Uzi and his wifey, Nicki Minaj.
Way up goes hard too.
Way up does go. Yeah, way up goes hard.
He did what he needed to do, man. He put out just dope music. Yeah. So people can just shut the fuck up now.
Right. I don't know if they're gonna be quiet. I don't know if it's silenced anybody. Because he mentioned some stuff.
I think it's silenced.
He mentioned some stuff. There were some bars that they put in there that weren't satisfactory for me, at least, in reference to the situation. But the whole project was great. So like,
there's no beef really. He doesn't really. I mean, he touched on it a little bit, but he don't really touch on it. There's no diss songs.
No, there's nothing. There's no diss song. There's no. Well, speaking of this month in music, there's no The Game's
92 bars.
Yeah, 92 bars. There's nothing like that at all in Meek's project, which is actually really nice. It's just like straight to the point music, it's like not finally drama.
It's smart for him, because why would he want to bring attention back to that? Like he's trying to get away from those situations.
True. I mean, maybe he would have got a few more units, like a few more. I don't think so. A few more streams. Like
I think at this point, his best hope is just to hope that motherfucker just blows over.
I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, hopefully, but he's gonna have to. Like, he created a lot of hype for this project, and like off first week sales, you can see that. A little bit of it. He lost a little bit.
It's a mixtape. He offered it for free. He's selling it.
It doesn't matter.
But he's also offering it for free.
It doesn't matter. Well, then let's talk about our other, street thug rap homeboy. Who's our favorite? Jeezy.
Jeezy came back out. Trap or Die 3.
Trap or Die 3. So Jeezy, honestly, I think his promo was weaker. I don't think people were on the, Jeezy wasn't on the radar for releasing, I think. Jeezy, and there wasn't even no anticipation for a year, blah, blah, blah. And Jeezy beat Meek Mill on first week sales.
Jeezy got a core fan base that people will follow him no matter what he does.
Jeezy came out hard, so that's what I'm saying. It's like Meek Mill is in this limelight, and I'm trying to dodge stuff, and put out some good music. But
yeah, but which song? You go to the club, who are you going to hear more in the club? Songs from BC4 or Trap or Die 3?
Where are you at in the country?
Majority of the country, you're gonna hear.
You'll probably hear
from BC4.
Yeah, you'll probably hear more, and that's if either of their tracks get into the club.
Liddy's gonna get into the club.
Liddy's gonna get into the club because of Tory Lanez.
Liddy's for sure getting into the club.
That's my biggest concern with Meek Mill is that most of his best songs have a fire feature. What are you gonna do without a fire feature, Meek? That's what the public wants to know.
Look, his intros are some of the best intros in the game. These are facts.
With super fire features most of the time.
He'll be alright. But there was another big album that came out. Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga came back.
Lady Gaga, yo, I was surprised. That was new. Like, I scanned. I didn't get to like give it a proper listening session.
I'll say this is the first album of hers I've given a full listen to.
Yeah.
Normally I just hear the singles, you know, like everybody, and then just know she's normally not my steez. But this is the first one I gave a full listen to.
Right.
So for me, all I'll say is she seems subdued, you know, like stripped down, you know, from her normal style, which is all about spectacle for sure.
Yeah, it was almost like makeup off, you know?
Almost grounded, like she's trying to get kind of personal, but doesn't really get there, you know?
Yeah, it was
I don't know if it worked. Because she did a lot of, she even did some like country, almost country songs.
That's what I'm saying. Like the vibe, what is with this? Like, okay, all the top hot, like, female musicians right now are doing country songs that aren't country artists.
Yeah, it's like they're trying.
Alicia Keys has a country song on her new project.
Who's that?
Alicia Keys on her project Free. She has a song.
Oh.
Yeah, and that one's about moms, and Beyonce's about dads, and I forgot what Lady Gaga's is about, but they're all
Lady Gaga got like 4.
Yeah, like exactly. Like, but I mean, the title's Joanne. Like,
yeah, that is a weird trend
of the album. That's what I was like. Wait, Lady Gaga dropped the album? Why didn't I hear about this? And I was like, it must have been the vibes. Like she wasn't. This isn't like, that pop culture superstar icon. You know, like this is her stripping it back a little bit.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if they're trying to appeal to some new audience or whatnot, but it is a weird trend. For me, when you hear Lady Gaga, you don't expect that type of music that's on the album necessarily. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. You always expect her to take like crazy risks, kind of, and be all out with the spectacle and the visuals and the sounds. This one was very stripped back, and I don't know. It was just okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Again, I've never listened to all of her other albums. I'm just going off of the previous songs I've heard,
right?
And this one is just okay. Like it was like okay, this happened. Mm-hmm. When you compare it to like Solange, it just
a complete project,
you know, like, stripped back naturally. It just doesn't stack up for me.
No, that's what it was like to me when I was listening to Lady Gaga's project. It felt incomplete. Like it wasn't like the sincerity wasn't. It didn't come across 100%.
No.
Like for Solange, it felt like this is what she has. This is what she's giving us. Her all in her zone. And then like you listen to the Gaga project, and you're like, is this something she's trying right now? Like, you know, it was like I don't know if it's how genuine I could take it, because I'm not sure if this is like you or like your brand
trying to appeal to somebody. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they're trying to appeal to a new audience.
It just seemed like out of nowhere, but then like it didn't fully pull off. Like if it was fully pulled off and like oh wow, that song really made me like reflect kind of stuff, you know, maybe. But like the vibes, it wasn't peeled back enough. Like you can do it
seemed
acoustic.
Forced.
Yeah, but they were like fully mastered, stripped down acoustics. So it's like there's none of the grain of like the fingers on the chords kind of stuff. It was really clean, and it was still stripped back. So it's like really weird to me, honestly.
Yeah, it was just whatever. But that brought me to two more projects that are definitely not whatever, that are both fire.
Okay.
Yes, Lord, called by No Worries, which is Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. Knowledge is a West Coast rapper, very little known, but they teamed up and they've been teasing this album for a while.
Yeah.
And they finally dropped it.
I always like when Knowledge drops bars. I mean, I've seen him on a couple features and stuff. And I was waiting for
he doesn't. He's not that big, but Anderson .Paak definitely is now. He's definitely arrived.
Yeah, Anderson
And Yes,
Paak's
Lord
big.
is absolute fire.
Yeah.
If you love funk, like I love funk and soul, like with hip hop influences, like definitely that like funk kind of hip hop stuff. And there's a song Suede, which is the song that started the whole collaboration between them.
Yeah.
And if you haven't heard it, you need to hear it. It's so fire.
Right.
I love that he's bringing, the hip hop back. I mean, the funk back into hip hop. Like I love that about
Anderson .Paak is bringing back funk for sure. That dude, anytime I've seen him in videos or like heard his
He gets
music,
live.
It's live. You're like, that dude is there. He's present. Like he's enjoying his moments and like taking it all seriously, but not being like uptight. Like he's a real dude. It's really cool to see, like that kind of freedom expressed like in an artist. So yeah, check out Anderson .Paak. I really dig his stuff.
One of the hottest out there. And then there was Cozy Tapes, Volume 1.
Volume 1. Yo.
ASAP Mob, but it's really ASAP Rocky featuring some other people.
ASAP Rocky featuring friends. Like
friends.
ASAP Rocky and friends. Okay.
Which is honestly how I prefer to hear my ASAP Mob, but
no, they played it smart this time. That was my problem with the other things they did together, was like ASAP Rocky needs to like trickle them out better. Like the way Ferg came out was perfect, but like the other
Ferg is the only other legitimate artist, I would say, right now, and ASAP Mob.
Yeah, no, it's true.
They've been trying to put on ASAP 12V and ASAP Nash for the longest time, and it's just, I don't see that ever happening. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, for real. Honestly, in none of the other dudes' like features were really like terribly standout-ish for me in the project.
I will say Nasty's World was a dope song.
Yeah.
That was no Rocky, it was just ASAP Nash.
Right. That's true. Let's see. I mean, there were a lot of dope songs on that, though.
What was your favorite song?
Oof. I mean, there were a couple, though. Telephone Calls. Whoops.
Yeah, that was dope. That got a dope verse from Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler the Creator was on there, and he came in heavy, like, in a weird, like, it wasn't as comical as some of his, like, I'm playing around because I'm Tyler the Creator shit. And I really like that verse on there. I'm looking at Crazy Brazy. I like that song. Mm-hmm. Nasty's World is dope. Nasty's World is pretty cool. Lamborghini High. Put That on My Set is probably top 2.
It's probably my favorite song off the tape.
Yeah? Put That on My Set.
I love the way they flipped the Dre sample from The Chronic.
Yeah, that was clean. Put That on My Set is probably the most like hood track. Like old school meets new school.
Yeah.
Music in the car kind of shit.
Yeah, the vibes is crazy.
I love that song, yeah. But then Telephone Calls for me would be like my second after that, I would say. Put That on My Set, then Telephone Calls. Then Crazy Brazy. I don't know why I like Crazy Brazy so much. I just like, that's like one of my go-to songs off the off the track. But and then there was a weird There was another weird project that came out. It's not really like an artist release per se, but it's like a mashup. You see that MF Doom crossed with Sade tape?
No.
Oh, somebody put out an MF Doom Sade mashup. And it's 7 tracks where it's like Sade vibes and Sade beats, and then MF Doom verses that come into the cut, and you're like, wait, what? But if you know about MF Doom, the way he like spits, he's kind of like a Ghostface Killer, somebody with like crazy wordplay and like, you know, a lot of like change ups. But it was a crazy project. I was actually really vibing to it because it was so smooth because of the Sade aspect. Mm-hmm. But then it had this like hard hitting 90s rap vibe to it, and it was crazy. So I liked that project. It was called Sade Villain.
Okay.
Yeah, check out Sade Villain. That was tight.
Yeah, I don't really know MF. I know a little bit MF Doom, but I don't know a ton. He's very underground.
Oh, super underground. I was never like a full-fledged fan, and I'm sorry for you full-fledged fans that I said that because I know you're mad. Like, what? You don't know?
I'm not either.
Doom?
I'm
man
not
with
either.
The mask, like, like he was rocking out when DJ Premier was out here. Like he was doing heavy underground work.
But the best crossover tape I've ever heard was Coldplay times Jay-Z, and it was called
Jay-Z.
The Grey Album.
Yeah, that's the best one ever made. The Grey Album is the best one ever made.
By far my favorite crossover tape ever made. That shit was so fire.
There's nothing that compares.
I forget who did it. It was somebody, Cookin' Soul. Cookin' Soul did it, and it was absolutely fire. So that's another crossover tape from A Blast from the Past that came out a while ago, but I don't think a lot of people heard it. But if you have not heard the Grey Album,
if you haven't heard the Grey Album, you crazy.
You need to go
find
listen to
that.
it. Yeah, go find it. It's
now.
free. Jay-Z, Coldplay, super dope.
Super dope. Vibes.
But other than that, I mean, there's a few other releases. 2 Chainz still at it with Hibachi for Lunch.
The Hibachi for Lunch.
Which is actually a really dope tape. He's trying to get back on his true wave because some of those songs are fire.
It sounds, it feels like the same old vibes, but like it's a little bit more new hype.
He just needs a song that's as big as Riot.
Yeah, he needs something that's like
he needs a killer
that rides the top 10. Like you need some, like, because there's nothing out there that was too crazy. I mean, Doors Open off of Hibachi. That's my favorite track.
He's just pulling out really, really solid shit right now.
Yeah, but Future's on that track. So, I mean,
Joe Budden, Rage in the Machine.
Rage. And
it's actually a very dope album. I have a reaction coming out very soon. You know, he's always good for some bars, some really good bars. So
Joe Budden is hit or miss, and like, you know, he
but
some
this
songs for sure on this project. He definitely.
I think this is one of his better projects for sure. And actually, a lot of people voted for this one
rap
for
album.
best, and a lot of people voted for this one for the best album. So
I mean, he was focused. It was interesting seeing this Joe Budden. You know?
Yeah, I think it was only 10 tracks.
Yeah, he kept it real low key. Like it wasn't.
So he
wasn't
11 tracks,
not too
and he
crazy,
went right in. Yeah.
Like interludes or nothing like that.
What'd you think about Dave East, Kari Chanel?
Ooh, I haven't given a full listen. I'm working with it. It's vibes though. It's different. What do you think?
It's very dope. It's like a throwback for sure to like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. That's why I was like stuck. I was like, I'm not sure how I feel right now. Like,
that's the only thing. That's the only real problem I have with it is that like, it's dope, and he can really spit. It's just like I don't know how far he's gonna go. Keep going to this throwback sound, and Because it definitely sounds like some early or late 90s, early 2000s, like Harlem music for sure.
Yeah. But that's my
But
problem.
he even has nods to Cam'ron a lot. He got a song called SDE, which is Cam'ron's first album, which is my favorite actual song off the whole tape he had.
Yeah.
So he's definitely in love with the old school sound, and I appreciate it because I love that stuff. But like, I don't know how much play that's gonna get nowadays.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I might have to give it a few more listens before I can before I can say I love it or not. Like, I don't know if we'll see.
It's
At
like,
least one song will be on repeat. That Cam'ron joint. I mean, not the Cam'ron joint. Cam'ron's not on it, but that one song. What's it called again?
you talking about SDE?
Yeah, yeah.
Cam'ron is on it.
Oh, he is on it. Yeah,
he got Cam to feature on it.
That's right. That's the only track that I care about. That's the only one. That's the only.
That shit's hard. That shit's hard.
So basically, I just want to see another project. You know.
Yeah, I gotta see his next one. See if he continues this or tries to update a little bit.
Yep.
Because Joey Badass tried to, go back to, and that
I was just about to say that. I was
stalled him out.
Joey Bad, and
but Joey Badass went early '90s hip hop, like really outdated. I was like, man, this is cool. And like, I'm glad, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like this, but if I want to hear some early '90s shit, I'm gonna go listen to some early '90s shit.
Yeah.
So it definitely stalled him out with me.
Yeah.
It just got old. So we'll see. We'll see what the next one what he does.
Right. I don't know if we ever talked about Eminem's drop, that song, Campaign Speech. We never.
No, we did not. No.
that was a release. Like, that was like some wait, what?
How long was it? It was like 17 minutes, something like that.
That shit is long. Like, I don't know. Let me look. Like, the version I got 7 minutes and 47 seconds. But I might be. I don't know.
It might be. It might have just felt like 17 minutes.
It's a long song. I mean, 7 minutes, like almost 8 minutes for a song is still long.
Yeah, he definitely.
And it's just bars. Like, I don't even.
It's just wordplay, really.
Yeah, there was no hook, right?
No, it was just straight lyrics and just straight wordplay.
Like an 8-minute song with no hook. Like, Eminem. And you listen the whole time. Like, it was disgusting. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's 7 minutes and 50 seconds about.
Yeah. Wow.
It's dope. Definitely.
Yeah.
For one. It shows why he's one of the best to ever do it, for sure.
Right.
And I think it's just him announcing that he's got something in the works.
Yeah. Definitely. That's what I think it is. It's like, hey, don't forget. I can come out. I can let one go at any moment. Like, you know.
Yeah, if you guys haven't heard it, go watch it on YouTube and watch it with the those closed captions on.
Oh yeah,
the closed captions actually do a really good job of getting the lyrics right.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, I don't know, it's dope. Honestly, I didn't like Marshall Mathers LP 2 that much. Mm-hmm. So,
I felt like he forced a couple too many songs.
Kind of iffy for me right now.
Yeah.
But definitely. His early stuff is always, some of my favorite stuff.
Right. But speaking of how we started the podcast with the political stuff, the song was called Campaign Speech. And he did mention
Campaign Speech.
Some political stuff. He mentioned Donald Trump.
Specifically
used his name. He actually had this really dope line about George Zimmerman, which I won't say, but you can definitely listen to the album. You remember that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fire. I was like, ooh, he's going at that too? Like, shit. But, yeah. Eminem's a wordsmith. We all know. But
for sure.
Drop something to prove it one more time.
I mean, times like this, it just makes me wonder, like, if Pac was still here, man.
I mean,
like,
or
honestly.
Biggie, both. If they were both here, well, like shit.
Specifically Pac though, because
Pac's
he was
lyrics.
always talking about political shit and shit that's going on in society,
Right.
and we
I
don't
feel
really
like
have. I mean, we have Kendrick, I guess,
Yeah.
but I don't think as in your face as Pac was
Right.
with it.
I know. I feel like I can hear Pac saying like Black Lives Matter, like yelling at the camera right now. Like
I just feel like so much shit he was saying is still like the same thing, you know?
Yeah. Like he could be on the streets right now and play his career and like it would be the same.
Like I think I could take clips of songs and play them now and you would think that he's talking about something that just happened last week.
Oh yeah, easily. Like Changes. Everybody should know Tupac's song Changes. Like I don't know how you've lived this song and not heard it yet, but Changes is an obvious choice for like political climate.
I mean, if you don't like Pac, we probably can't ever be friends.
True.
Just being honest. Like Lil Yachty, like he'll never get played for me ever again.
God.
I'm not even gonna give him too much time, but he'll never get played for me again.
About Lil Yachty. I was just complaining. I was like, how many songs he gotta be on? Every time I hear his voice, I'm mad. Like, does that happen to you? Like every time he comes on a track,
yeah,
I'm pissed because it's not good enough. It just does enough. It's like, okay, yeah, that's what we need right there.
It's annoying, and then he just says so much dumb shit outside of his music and
stupid shit.
Calling
it's like you're not even close to a rock star, bruh.
Calling Pac and Big overrated and calling himself a rock star. It's just like, yo, he'll never get played from me.
I mean, but this is from a dude who I believe thinks that Drake is the greatest rapper of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time. Like,
Drake doesn't even think that.
I'm a Drake fan, but there's no way in hell Drake can be the number one rapper of all time. Like,
Drake doesn't even believe that.
Drake knows that. He can never say he's number one ever. He'll say maybe right now. He can say right now. He's not going to say ever.
I wouldn't even give him right now.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily. It just depends on what players we're talking.
For me, it's Cole and Kendrick above Drake when it comes to just straight rapping, yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to rap.
For me, it's Kendrick for sure, and Cole for sure, and then Drake.
Yeah.
When it comes to just pure rapping, yeah.
Yeah, I would put them three up there. Honestly, though, I would put Drake above Cole. I'd say Kendrick, Drake, Cole, and people are gonna hate that. And the only reason is because I don't have to just look at one project with Drake. I can just pick my favorite songs from like the four. And that's enough music to equal the two projects that like Kendrick got out and like Cole got out.
Yeah, but that first one that Kendrick let off was a classic.
That one's stupid. That's like the Chronic of our generation.
Yes, that's untouchable.
Ridiculous.
I don't care what nobody says. That's untouchable.
Like if you
and Forest Hills Drive was absolutely crazy too.
Forest Hills Drive was crazy. I wish he would have like picked a different like release date so he could have like got some of these awards. Cause he released it in like December or some shit.
He was nominated.
Yeah, but that was like nobody got time to sit with it like that. Like the hype was all over the place.
Kendrick was gonna get it regardless, but he shouldn't have gotten this one. He should have got the first one, but he should not have gotten it.
Should have got the first one, and that was J. Cole's. That was my issue. I was like, yo, Forest Hills Drive, that's J. Cole's best shit ever.
That was J. Cole should have got that one, and whatever.
Yeah,
it happened.
Oh yeah.
But let me think. Anything else? Not really. I got some reactions coming up that I'm gonna drop once all this political shit and craziness back home dies down for a little bit.
Yeah.
And so expect my reactions from Gaga, the new Gaga.
You're gonna do Common, right?
I'm gonna do the new Common. I'm gonna do Alicia Keys, DC4, Try or Die, Cozy Tapes. Yeah, I got some stuff coming up, and Yes Lord. So, and the Joe Budden one. So expect that over the next week or two. Can catch up with all this music, and hopefully we have a female president.
Right? Here's hoping.
If you disagree, no, I don't give a shit. So.
Sorry, but this is America. But in South Park fashion, be like, I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
Yeah, please go read our feature with South Park and how they're just fucking brilliant with their social commentary, especially this year. So go check that out if you haven't already on livinglifefearless.co. And subscribe, of course, join our mailing list, and every week we will provide you guys with dope content as well as some exclusives. And if you have not, go check out our YouTube channel where I post a lot of my video reactions to a lot of the music that comes out, along with other stuff like movies and shows.
Oh yeah.
So subscribe, like, follow, do it all, and thanks for listening.
This has been another episode of Living Life Fearless Musicphiles.
Yep.
Episode 4.
Volume 4.
We'll see y'all next time. Thanks.
See y'all next time. In 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Peace.